I'm Kyle Fredrickson, and I'm an artist, and I've been teaching at the White Bear Center for the Arts for the past 15 years. Well, art for children, what I like to do is have them understand that there's no boundaries, that the hurdles that they put on themselves don't need to be there. A student who feels successful in doing some art, okay, so there's no right, there's no wrong in the art, and they're proud of what they've created. They look at it, and because it's not perfect, and there's no right and there's no wrong, and the painting is not exactly what they think should be done, or the drawing is not what they think is perfect or how it should look, that helps them in other areas of their life. Because what happens then is they go to other areas and they might take chances, and they might realize that if they just try, it might not be perfect, but it does enable them to at least try. Practice and patience, that's the biggest thing about art. And the details, all that details in the artwork, that all comes later. It's the base. And that translates then into a lot of other subjects in school and even into their life. The best thing about teaching art is the idea that you can really just reach someone that had these giant walls around them about art. And you can tell them that they can scale these walls and take them down, but they chip away at them themselves. And when they all of a sudden realize that their artwork is something that's acceptable to them, and they take out that it has to be acceptable to somebody else, and it's just to them, it's what they want, that's fabulous. I have a kindergartner. He's sitting there painting, and he says, "Well, this is going in my underwear drawer." And the little girl next to him is like, "In your underwear drawer?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, that's where I put all the stuff I love." And that's what makes teaching, is when kids start to understand that what they're doing, they love it. That's what's fun, because they take all those boundaries and all those barriers and they just create. They just go ahead and just create, use their imagination. That's magical. We start with art, we put it away for a very long time, and then we find it again. Well, it's really nice to have that art be a part of your life the whole time. You're going to feel great. There's no doubt about it. So having an art center in your community and having something like this is just, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm Robert Peterson here at the White Bear Center for the Arts. We've been here for about 15 years now, and happy with it every time I come out. It's been an enjoyable experience, and I think I learn something every time I'm here. I've been on art for quite a while. When we talk about art, it goes back quite a few years for me, and I started seriously painting almost 60 or 65 years ago, and continued to do it every day. The Art Center had the opportunity for me to kind of have the last hurrah. When you're in your 80s, you're counting each painting as they come up, and the wonderful opportunity for me to be able to show over 60 years of my paintings at the White Bear Art Center was a culmination of a wonderful opportunity in my art experience, and enjoyed every minute of it. The receptions were exciting, the people that came out, and then the gallery talks were very enjoyable with children and with older people. Having a gallery talk with young people is really always a challenge. Normally, I prefer to speak to older people and have more of a lecture approach to my gallery talks. But with children, you like to get them actively involved. You start to feel their creative experiences showing very quickly as you walk around the gallery and talk with them. And so I think of them as more of a inquiry gallery talk than a lecture talk. And in the gallery here, I used little post notes with a heart and a star and a question mark. And I gave them each one and told them to walk around and put it close to the painting, and then we'll come back and talk about it. And sometimes they had a question, sometimes they had a favorite. And it was just fun to just draw that out of them. And so the freedom in expressing their creative thoughts seemed much more exciting, at least to me as an artist, because it's a step beyond what their other teaching is. And I think that's why they're so open in a gallery, is they've moved out of the classroom of sitting behind a desk and memorizing something or writing down something, and they have the freedom in a gallery. I find an art center that's available, where it's close by and you can tap into an area that you not have at home, where I work in my own studio at home, but here you have the camaraderie with a number of different people that work in a lot of different styles and a lot of different mediums, and you have this opportunity to just draw within yourself, but also pull from them new thoughts, new ideas, and be able to sit down and share those with people. I don't think you ever stop learning, and I think it's great to have a spot where you can sit down and share that learning with other people.